15 Reddit questions and answers about how to grow on Instagram as a small business or starting creator in 15 minutes. My name is Mark, you're watching Marketing Right Side Up. Subscribe to my weekly newsletter in the pinned comment, and let's do this. Why does it seem like my posts aren't reaching as many people as they used to? How exactly has the Instagram algorithm changed? And what does it mean for small businesses like mine? The Instagram algorithm prioritizes content that drives engagement and keeps people engaged on the platform as long as possible. Previously, it was photos and stories. Now we have confirmation from Adam Mosseri, the head of Instagram, that it's Reels. So if you want to grow organically on the Instagram platform, you need to go with the flow and do Reels. For small businesses and starting creators, this introduces a challenge to create engaging, relatable, funny, and shareable Reels every single time you post to grow organically. Consistency and authenticity can also help you stay visible, but the king is the content. What type of content should I be creating to attract and engage new audiences? I've been focusing mostly on posts about my products and sales, but it doesn't seem to be working. Ditch promotional posts completely if you can. Focus on entertaining, engaging, educational, or relatable content. If you don't know, try to look up the AIDA funnel, the awareness, interest, desire, and action funnel, and try to understand it. Reels, as the go-to format to grow on Instagram, are in the awareness phase of the funnel. Once people are aware of you and they follow you, they automatically move into the interest and desire phases of the funnel. That's where your prospects turn into leads and you can warm them up. But sales and promotion should come in the last part of the funnel, in the action. More on that later. As for what type of content should you create in the awareness part of the funnel, try to create behind the scenes, tutorials, tips, hacks, educational content. Create behind the scenes of your production or everyday life. Relatable, funny, memes and scenes, play on stereotypes or frustrations, evoke strong emotions, so people will gravitate towards you because they will feel you're like them, or they will follow you because they've learned a lot in your educational and success story type of content. Are photo posts over, and is everything about Instagram Reels now? How effective are they in reaching new audiences, and what kind of Reels should I be making for my business? Instagram started as a photo app, but in the recent years and trends that also TikTok helped to create and deepen, Instagram completely pivoted into the short form video content that is Instagram Reels. While yes, your photo posts and carousels can also reach new audiences, Instagram Reels are the most effective way of how to do so. So long story short, if you want to relatively easy grow on Instagram, you have to do Instagram Reels. As of how they should look, focus more on the sound part, not the video part as much. It can be authentic, almost raw, but the audio has to stick out and be top quality. Keep it short, snappy, and entertaining from the very first second, because you need people to watch it all the way through. Always use closed captions or subtitles, because most people actually watch these reels without sound on. But when it comes to the sound, you can also use trending audios because they do help in the distribution and the reach. And again, use these reels to connect with the audience and entertain them, not to be salesy and promote your products. However, if you can include your products and services in a fun and engaging non-salesy way, do so every single time. As for if the photo content is no longer viable, Adam Mosseri, the head of Instagram, claimed recently that the short form content is the go-to format and long format content and photo content are not the priorities. So if you're a photographer or a static post enthusiast, don't hold your breath. How can I increase engagement on my posts? Are likes and comments still important, or should I be focusing on something else? Watch time and shares are the most important metrics for the algorithm. Likes and comments are more of a social proof now for viewers to know if they should spend time with your content before they do so. Therefore, focus on creating content that engages viewers to watch till the very end or more. Encourage shares by creating engaging, funny, or educational content that people would want to automatically share with their friends or share as their own. And you can always prompt interaction by asking questions, polls, quizzes, or call to actions both in the video and in your caption. All of this is understood as engagement and is very important for the Instagram algorithm and your organic growth. If you already create content and it's not getting any engagement, try to get back to the drawing board. Usually it's not some hack that will help you, it's the content that sucks. If you had some previous successes, try to analyze them and compare them with the content that does not perform. Try to do adjustments and get into your Instagram insights to get as much information as you can for future content. adjust it accordingly. Always focus on high quality content, try to be better every single time you post, and you can get inspired by your competitors. If they have something that works, you can always get inspired by it, twist and turn it into your own content and publish it. Don't be a thief, but still like an artist, and always try to provide value. I know people are looking for entertainment and stories. How can I incorporate storytelling into my content while still promoting my products? Including your products and promoting your products are two different things. Always try to include your products, but not to promote your products. However, sharing success stories is already part of a storytelling. Structuring the video right with quick introduction to the stakes, introducing conflict, and then having a payoff is the easiest and most effective way how to incorporate storytelling into your content. Using interesting hooks at the very beginning of your video and then paying them off at the end is basically the go-to structure of current Instagram Reels. However, keep in mind, clickbaits don't work. And rather than business stories, people are always more fond of personal stories. When it comes to incorporating your products into your videos, behind the scenes or tutorials on how to create and make it are basically a storytelling portion of the video. If you introduce the stakes at the very beginning and then show the final product at the end. How should I be using keywords and hashtags in my posts? Are there specific strategies for making my content more discoverable? Yes and no. Keywords and hashtags can help you make your content discoverable and searchable, but not boosting it into virality. It serves more as a SEO or search engine optimization, not as a trend that you can drive on into virality. Always use descriptive and relevant keywords in your caption that sounds natural. If your video is about soccer player, include the words soccer, soccer player, the name of the player, the team, and stuff like this in the description. But don't go on a over-descriptive spree. You want people to actually read that caption. Using the descriptive keyword as an actual title in your video also helps. When it comes to hashtags, keep it short, between 3 and 5. Again, focus on relevant and descriptive hashtags. You can use a mix of popular and niche hashtags, but always focus on those that are created by community, not by brands. Always try to think of how people actually search for hashtags if they do, because they don't as much as they did. But with the example of soccer, instead of soccer player football game hashtag, people would actually search for something like soccer memes. It always makes sense to research these keywords before you actually post them. And again, if they are more successful competitors in your niche, try to learn from them. You will notice a lot of them actually don't use hashtags anymore. When is the best time to post on Instagram to maximize reach and engagement? Does this vary based on the type of content? Yes, and also on your niche and country and language and stuff like this. Generally speaking, early mornings between 7 and 9 and evenings between 6 and 9 p.m. are the best times to post. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays tend to be better for engagement than Fridays, weekends, or Mondays. It all comes down to your target country and target audience. If your target audience are business people, they usually have time around lunch when they scroll on their phones. If your target audience are moms, maybe there's a better time for them after lunch when they put their babies to sleep. Always listen to your audience and check Instagram Insights for the best times to post, because it varies and there's no universal answer to this. Is it true I need to post 3 times a day and 6 stories a day? Is it even possible for small businesses? Yes and no. It's more like a lottery. To please the algorithm, you need to post good content. To please the followers that you already have, more is usually better. And again, the more Instagram Reels you post, the bigger the chance that some will blow up. If you're a small business and you focus on the product and production, but not on the marketing side, you will not have people who will buy that product from you. So take it as an investment and try to dedicate 1 hour every single day to create content, and then 30 minutes every single day to research new topics and reply to your comments and DMs. For starters, every day, even weekends. If you can do this, you can grow over 3, 6, 9, 12 months into an actual follower base and audience that will be able to buy from you. If you are a starting content creator, the more the better. However, don't create content for the sake of content. Always try to get better with every single time you post. And if you have nothing to post, don't post. It's way better than actually diminish the quality of your content so people will get fed up and unfollow you. How do I strike the right balance between promoting my products and creating engaging content that people actually want to see? Always create engaging content, not promotional content. Try to reserve the promotional content for like live streams, stories, or carousels. When it comes to Reels or the top of your awareness funnel, always go for engaging. I bet you can create engaging content with your products without that being promotional. And if you really have to, because your supervisors or whoever is pushing on you, try to aim for the 80-20 rule. 80% engaging, 20 promotional. But understand this, your Instagram Reels are your awareness channel. People who are not aware of you yet will not buy from you anyways. They need to get to know you, they need to understand you, they need to like you before they actually purchase. Therefore, in my professional opinion, creating promotional reels does not make sense at all. And if you have to create promotional posts, always add some extra value, extra knowledge, information, infographics, tips, tricks, hacks, or freebies to download. That's how you actually warm up your leads on social media to eventually convert. How can I encourage my followers to create and share content related to my brand? Is user-generated content a good strategy for growing my audience? Yes, absolutely. The more people actually talk about your brand, the more audiences you can attract, because you can try to be as funny and as relatable as you want, but it will never land with 100% of your audience and target addressable market. However, if people share your content into their audiences and their audiences might be more inclined to listen to them instead of you still get the message across and people get aware of your content or products. As in how you can encourage user-generated content, it's usually by sharing that user-generated content on your profiles, because there are two ways how you can incentivize people to share your content. Either by sharing what they shared to display to your audiences and appeal to their ego, or you can incentivize them with prizes and doing giveaways, raffles, and contests. Always though, tie them to sharing your content or creating content with your products and services in it. What metrics should I be focusing on to measure the success of my Instagram strategy, and how can I tell if my adjustments are working? When it comes to your personal KPIs, always set KPIs that you have full control of. That means no likes, comments, shares, and impressions, but rather the quantity of the content and subjectively the quality of the content. So set up a KPI that you will publish a piece of content every single day for the next 3 months. And after 1 month, analyze your progress, and if you can, scale up the numbers. And if you cannot, scale it down a bit, but always have KPIs that you have full control of. When it comes to measuring the success of the content and the quality of it, watch time and shares are the most crucial metrics here. Watch time is basically the average length of a video that the user views, and you strive to get at least 100% of the length on average. If people are watching less, you need to make shorter videos or more dynamic and engaging videos. If people are watching 100% and more, you're good to go and you can focus on other metrics, like shares. If you have a fair amount of views but very little shares, you need to work on how to prompt more sharing. Also, if you have a lot of impressions but very little views, it might mean that the thumbnail for your reel that displays in the Explorer feed does not attract people to click on it and watch it. It also could mean that people got attracted by the thumbnail but did not stick to view it for at least 3 seconds, because that constitutes a view on Instagram, 3 seconds and more. So keep tabs on your impressions to views ratio. And as always, use Instagram Insights to get this information. In the beginning, you don't need any third-party tool, trust me. How important is it to keep up with Instagram trends? And how can I quickly adapt my content to leverage these trends? Keeping up with trends can be very helpful for visibility and engagement, but it will not substitute the quality of your content. If your content sucks, this won't help you. It's a nice to have addition on top of your content strategy, but it's not a viable content strategy on its own. As in how to follow them, follow popular creators in your niche or in general on Instagram. Look up the trends, memes, and hashtags they use. You can also search for trending audio directly on Instagram. And if you have a creator account, not business one, you can use it to your advantage. However, if you want to adapt these trends into your content, always act quickly, because most of these trends are relevant for only a day or couple days. What makes content shareable, and how can I create posts that people want to share with their friends and followers? Shareable content often evokes strong emotion, funny, sad, relatable, inspirational, or demotivational. Usually the stronger the emotion, the better shareability of the content is. Also, a content that provides value, tips, hacks, insightful information, or content that's visually appealing or super unique in its way. This is the hardest type of shareable content, so you should probably not strive to create such content. However, if you manage to combine all three of these criteria into a single piece of content, you won the Instagram game. How effective are Instagram stories for engagement and driving traffic? What kind of content works best in stories? So we spoke a lot about the awareness phase of the funnel. Instagram stories come into action in the interest and desire phases of the funnel. This is where you can promote your product, sales, and services. However, people who follow you are more interested in you in behind the scenes, get to know you, polls, quizzes, takes, updates, and Q&A sessions. Keep in mind that if you overdo it with stories, people can mute them easier than unfollow you, and you will notice this only on the decreasing reach of your stories. So try to find the sweet spot in there. And this is not confirmed, but the industry has a hunch about this, that whenever Instagram introduces a new feature for the stories, like stickers, add yours, quizzes, polls, stuff like this, it will always push stories that include these tools to more audiences than just regular video and photo stories. Try to leverage that. What are some ways to build a community around my brand on Instagram? How can I foster a sense of connection and loyalty among my followers? As mentioned previously, stories are a great vehicle to do this, and a change in perspective can help drastically. Rather than looking at them as numbers and followers, look at them as people who came into a room to listen to you. If you make it solely about you, people might get tired of that. If you make it into a two-way engaging discussion, people might get hooked more. Always reply to their comments. You can also send them a DM thanking them for the engagement, asking how they are and stuff like this. And a massively powerful tool are live streams. Not polished, super professional live streams, but very down to earth, one-to-one kind of a live stream. Maybe try to create a Monday morning routine where you brew your coffee and ask people how they are, what are their plans for the week, stuff like this. It creates a real connection. Also, there are tools like Instagram broadcasts that can help you foster the community aspect and make people feel seen when they react to your posts and stuff. But you can always try to create a community outside of Instagram on like Patreon, Discord, Slack, and stuff like this, where you can offer like extra content or extra value to community members there on top of your regular content and get to know them better. So these were the 15 questions and answers in hopefully 15 minutes. If you're interested in any particular topic that we just brushed the surface of in this video, let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in topics like how to make more sales on Instagram, like, subscribe, and hit the notif bell for the future video. And if you're more interested in Instagram algorithm, make sure to watch my previous video where I went more in depth on this topic. And for the rest of you, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.